Hi, so welcome to Stammering Vlog, episode 14. My name's Adam Wright. So I'm going to get straight into it this week because it's been a crazy week. So as you know, we talked about in previous weeks doing the Villa View fan cams. I did it on Sunday. And it was a match against our local rivals, for those of you that don't know about football, who are Birmingham City. So we won 2-0. Things are going very well for the Villa at the moment. Makes me very happy, man. And so I went to do it afterwards, and I was on, and I'm all excited, obviously buzzing from the game. And let me just roll the VT, and then we'll talk about it after.
We'll always have more footballing ability than what Small Heath have got. But what I always worry about in the build-up to these, do we have enough passion and determination? And between 2002, 2005, 2006, Birmingham had more of it. And ever since then, I've always worried, but I've never worried all week. I've not worried about this match at all because we've got passion, commitment in bucket loads, and I love this. So happy right now. I just want to give a massive thank you to Dr. Tony, Heath Winers, Steve Rounds, Brian Little, because you put the heart and soul back into this football club, and I'll always be grateful for that. Fantastic. And just a word for the extra 8,000 supporters that are here this week. Come back next week, because this is a football club now we can be very, very proud of. So don't just come for the Blues, come next week, because we've got it back now. Aston Villa is back.
So, as you can see, chaos, absolute chaos. So, thought it started off quite well, and while I was doing it, I thought, yeah, this is going all right. And then all that sort of shouting started, and lost a bit of concentration. And I was just about to throw in some block and releases, which is something we've been taught on the Starfish project, just to calm myself down and slow it down and get my breathing going. And then people start jumping all over my back, and it goes all a bit more manic. And at that point, technique goes out the window, flying by the seat of my pants, and it's just spontaneous speech. And obviously, as you can see, lots of blocks in there, very clearly overt stammering. So that was that. Went away, didn't give it much thought really. And then later that night, just chilling, I can see these Twitter notifications coming through on my phone. Ping, 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 ping. I'm thinking, what's going on here? So I have a little look. And to kind of say it went viral is probably an over-exaggeration, but it just went mad. So this video has been viewed, I think last count was 23,000 times on YouTube. And then it was shared on the Villa View via a tweet of just myself, a little clip of me without the rest of them, because I was on last on the long clip that's 12 minutes. And I think the Twitter one's been viewed 17,000 times. It's been on Facebook, and it's been everywhere. So viewed lots and lots of times, and so much, comments saying how much they enjoyed it and everything else. But what really struck me was the day after, or a couple of days later, I was scrolling through all the YouTube comments on the video, and about 250 comments, and most of them there's a mention of the guy at the end of the video, which is obviously me. And what struck me is that most comments were the guy at the end, wow, or wow, that was amazing by the person at the end, or the lad at the end, or, you know, all those comments. And I was expecting it to be, while I was looking at the comments, is my stammering mindset was said, okay, let's have a look at these, see what people are saying about my stammer. But not one mentioned the stammer. It wasn't the guy who stammers at the end, or wow, that stammering person, etc., etc. There was no, it was, I was referred to as the guy, or Adam for those people that knew me. And I was quite taken aback by that at first, because we see ourselves as very much the stammer first and foremost. And I know, talking to other stammerers, that's very a common thing. Whereas really, we are so much more than that. And for me, that just goes to prove that that's true. That is absolutely true. Amazing, really, when you think how many comments and how many views it had. We, you know, even had Birmingham fans commenting on the video on YouTube that they could have used that as an easy snipe to say, oh, who's the stammering wreck at the end, you know, is that all you've got, or something like that. It would have been an easy comeback. But even the Birmingham fans didn't even comment on it or anything, and it was quite eye-opening, really, and it helped me melt some of that iceberg. So you will have probably heard about the Stammering Ice Beg. Drop it in now, take a look. The stammer, you know, on top is what you can see, you know, the blocks, what you can hear and see, and actually all that stuff underneath. So for me, it's been a really positive experience. It's helped me to think about some of that iceberg and melt it and keep chipping away at it, which is what recovery is all about for me, and my aim and what promotes me to motivates me to do fan cams in the first place. So, you know, it was really good. And on reflection, I'm so pleased that actually it didn't go well, and I was stammering all over the place, because it just reinforces that message that, do you know what, it's okay to stammer, and actually there's nothing wrong in that. And I think, you know, we are, as a community, we are at that stage now where we look at how many stammerers we've had in the spotlight lately on The Voice and on the Undateables, and then there was another guy last week on the 1 to 100. You know, we keep knocking it out there, and we keep getting stammering talked about. That's fantastic, but, you know, there's more we can do, and my message to you guys is, let's go out there, let's go and smash it. You know, take that example, really. As long as you're doing something, whether you stammer or not when you do it, is irrelevant. And it's a bit like, you know, ordering a meal or whatever is about getting what you want at the end of it. So I'm sure you, like I did, we went and I ordered food that I could say rather than what I wanted, and the end goal is where we want to get to. So the fact that, you know, did fan cams and I did it, whether the fact that I stammered badly throughout is irrelevant, really, and actually on reflection is a really positive thing. So it's a really interesting comment on one of the stammering forums on Facebook this week. Somebody said, I don't understand why people are saying they can do things that they never wanted to, because I do what I want to anyway, which for that individual is great. That's brilliant that they can do that. But I know for me, I had to go and do something to get to a point where I was comfortable to do that. and he was questioning why people feel the need to go on Starfish or Maguire or whatever. And my response was, well, actually, if your stammer is affecting your life to that extent, then you need to go and do something about it. If it's not, great. But again, it's down to that individual, no two people stammer the same, and it affects no two people the same as well. So I'm aware I've probably rabbited along long enough. I'd love to hear your comments on this week and your thoughts on what I've talked about. So do drop a comment. If you're not already subscribing, please do so. Hit the like button. It really does help the channel grow. Thanks again so much for everything, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now. And I remember watching it, and it's so vivid in my memory. So they put the video on, and this was pre him going on the course, and I'm thinking, this isn't the same person. And I'm like, I want that. I want whatever he has. I want that.